So, just a little air. I love my little upstairs area on the treasure map. A little library, because why not? That's where I can sit. Na 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 na. And bedroom. Just little bits, just comforts. There's also a basement with some bits and pieces, not really much. There's an outhouse. There's a wheat field with some peats. So, this is just what the entrance to the bulk storage is. It's just a barn. I'm not going to bother showing you in detail the houses I built over here. I'm just going to fly around because there's not really much to show off because they don't have much in the way of interior. I really only did interior for one of them. So this is my storage room and access to other parts of the base underground. So you got various stuff here. I know where stuff is. Hey look, let's grab a bed. Oh, that feels better. So we got more storage. I love this storage room design. I originally designed it in a creative world and never had a chance to use it, and then I finally did. So over here we have the sounds of chickens as a part of one of my chicken cookers. We have fishies, tropical fishies. If we go in here, we can also gain access to here, where we'll find out that the fish are all named not a chicken. Yep. And we're going to go take a look at what I mean by chicken cooker. Here we are. This is it. This is the chicken cooker. The eggs are collected, hatched, auto-cooked, murdered. Always fun when you mention that murder word, huh? So, this way. Down here we have where the bulk storage outputs. So you can see all this stuff. I've been using a lot of andesite, and I don't have a lot of granite. Now we have a view out here. There's a couple minecarts all over the place that go back and forth for no reason, just give some motion to the place. An air view of the aquarium here. So, I'm going to hop on over to this side and head up here so you can get a view out to an area we'll be checking out here in a moment in minimal detail. More storage, same layout. And here's the shulker room where all my shulkers are stored. And back here is the entrance to the rest of the base. So I got a little sign ahead. This used to be where a bunch of blackstone was, and I put my netherite storage and upgraded my armor. I even had a backup set of armor. We have an underground puddle. Just kind of built up like that. And here is the mass smelter. And it looks out into a mineshaft entrance. It goes down and down and down. So how this works is you just simply turn on one lane or two lane. One lane's over there. Two lanes, you just go back and forth and unload. And you turn it on by simply doing that. Or you leave it on so it can bounce back and forth. This one works much the same way, but it's only one lane, and it's a furnace array. Because I built the smelter before I found out that it can do stone as well. There's another little look at here. Over the gorge. I think it's beautiful. You can see the house over there. And you have this hallway. It's nice minimum detail. So now we get to return to the surface and lightning rounds until we get to the next big area. We got some basement kind of stuff, and this house isn't really detailed at all. Now we're going to come out in the middle of town. Well, by the blacksmith. And along this path, let's go back to the barn and everything. Ooh, one stop I will make out is the map room, so you can see everything. So if I orientate like this, you'll see here are the bridges up here. There's the one we cross, so farmyard's up there. So you can see here's where the little town is. You got some builds, you got some things I never finished. Probably won't. You got this, what I call the Dust Bowl over here. And we have the brewery. Yes. I would try and fly. A little laggy. Because I'm recording. So up here, we have the breweries over here. You got a bridge, you got another thingy. It's just a water pipe. Just add more detail. You get the enchanting tower, the enchanting tables up there. You got what was going to be like a big library. It was going to be the upgrade version, but the symmetry was off, so I burnt it down. And I just left it as a memorial. There's this thingy These beacons come up from underground where my huge mines are, where you make the huge holes. I will just quickly jump down into one of the mines, which you access by this little outhouse in the middle of town. And yeah, I like this little mine shaft thing I built up here. It looks really nice. And here's the huge entrance. That took forever to dig out. So you can see this is all the space that I've dug out. This has supplied many a moon. And there's a second level too, which I only just started. Didn't do much work on it, but yeah. So I can try and maximize my diamond output. So, getting back over here. I love how this looks. We'll get to eject ourselves out of a fountain. Because why not? It works out really well if you're coming out at nighttime and you don't know it, so you can just fly off. So down here is where a lot of my big farms are. This comes from that little minecart station we saw a little while back. The moth is saying hello again. So you got sugarcane, get little Play-Doh houses built up, which I should probably show off in greater detail than I am. So as you can see, there's a house here, or a tower. And it's just a tight little area. There's little houses here and there. It goes on for a little while. We'll wander through the back way. A little bit back here, and then it comes back out here. On top of the little kelp farm. And sea pickle farm, which you can't really farm like I thought you could. I just put them down, and then just filled it up, because why not? Of course, fruit farm, which I really only used to build this thing, and then I've never touched it since. I don't use a lot of course. Netherwort. Storage. A lot of this stuff. Bamboo, which I meant to make a fancier farm, but never got around to it. Mostly because I fell in love with how this looked. Other than that, try and get a better view of that little Play-Doh. Which, yeah, a lot of it's underground. But, other than that, with all the detail up here, besides for a little archway I detailed out. It was already here, I just made the area a lot prettier. I meant to put something here, and I just never did. So now, we are going to head out to another, if you saw the map that I put up on Twitter of my world, you'll know that this is a more Arab-inspired place. This place is named after Eritrea in the real world. I'll just land over here. You can see, you got a dock to come in from the river. Technically the same river as Tethys. It dries up and loops back around. But in headcanon, it does not do that because I say so. So there's a nice little mosque here, which I'm a huge fan of how it turned out. So, nothing really to be seen on the inside, but if we fly away and get some distance, you can see nice little mosque. Got a wall going around with the very similar shaped domes on top. Got the main entrance there. And I thought I could do it without using a rocket. But over here, it's the house I claimed for myself. Because of course it did. So, yes. Indeed. I know that's being recorded because for some reason game capture wouldn't work by itself. Get to that in a moment. Get an air view of Eritrea here. I just named it Eritrea because it was the first name that came to mind, and I had forgotten the significance of Eritrea. Come down here so you can get a better view of some of these builds. So, this was the first building I put up here. And as you can tell, there's a few different designs throughout to, you know, like wealth and whatnot. Wealthier people would have the bigger houses. There's stars. He locked himself behind the cupboard. I'm kind of evil. But yeah, you got builds like that all over the place. You got a nice little market area. With A nice little fountain. My favorite part of the market area is this area. I just wish I could come through and add more detail. Just never did. But okay, this bed is bothering me. It's gonna go up there. Okay. So over here is a village I walled off. I added a few buildings to it. I walled it off. I built some guard towers because I was farming raids. Because perfectly. There is a villager outpost here. I meant to add a bridge over here, but I just never did. And I built a mansion. Now, this architecture, that was Arab inspired. This architecture is Indian inspired. So I based this house here. That's the first house I built over here. Yay. Let's see. Off of a modern Indian build. Like, see, you just have the staircases coming up here. Holy shit, they're breeding. Okay. Yeah. Nice little house. There's a few other houses here like this one. But most of them that I built, I just designed after the already in-game houses for this village. But I will show off the mansion. The mansion of Lord Unkerton. There's not really much to show off inside the mansion. There is another portal down there. Oh, I didn't show you another portal back in the main area. Well, that's what we'll have to do to get to the Japanese area, which I know some of you are really wanting to see, because it's what I've been mostly posting on Twitter. Little lock room. Little bits of detail, grandfather block. Library. A study. There's a bedroom, and it has absolutely no detail whatsoever. Yeah, there's another portal going down under here. It's further down, so you don't have to listen to it. And I have a little garden area, or outdoorsy area, or, sorry, Lord Oinkerton has. I just wish I could come through and give it more detail as well. But you get to see over here, I mean, it's just down there is the Japanese area, quite a ways, but I know roughly where it is. One last thing I'll show off is my least favorite spot of this whole village, and the reason why I never came back to finish it. Because a shit ton of golems spawn here and trample all the crops. And yeah. I have nothing else to say about that. So, we're gonna head back now, even though there's like a few other projects I was gonna do and never did, so there's really just a bunch of markers all over the place in random areas. There's a path that leads off this way that heads down to both the stronghold and a snowy area, which will be the next area we show off. First, I want to show off another portal. I thought it was a clever spot. I really did. I enjoy it. Let me give another a minute. Top off the rockets on the hot bar. We'll pretend like we didn't see that. Start to run. Because I hear it and I can tell how close it is. So the little bridge here. And this tunnel, which I never use because I just fly. I built the tunnel before I had the Elytra. And it just comes out here. In this area. On the other side here, we're going to land. Oh, the sun.